Hello everyone! So tonight's tea is going to be asparagus, which is cooking on the griddle with just a little salt and pepper and butterfly light spray. So that's griddling there nicely. And then in this pan I've got some spinach that has just wilted down. In this pan I've got some peas that have now cooked. I've turned them off. Here we've got some boiling water, and guess what's going in there? Poached eggs. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of white vinegar in there to help the eggs stay together, and then come across to the air fryer, and we have got some beautiful pieces of salmon. And then I'm going to do one slice of wholemeal toast each, one for me and one for John. And then once it's served up, I'm going to first of all, hang on, I forgot. I'm going to try and use some light mayonnaise warmed up as like a mock hollandaise. Nothing like a hollandaise, but at least it will give it a drizzle of something. Has anybody ever done that before? Hope it's going to work out. You'll find out at the end. Yes, I'm going to warm that up, and then over the top I'm going to grate some Parmesan cheese, which will be my healthy A. And so we have salmon, which is free, eggs are free, peas are free, spinach, which is speed and free, asparagus, which is free. And so this beautiful meal is going to be a sin-free meal. Yay! So I'm plating up now. So I've covered the bottom of the plate with peas. I've put the piece of toast on the top. I know this is not the probably most elegant looking meal, but it's going to be a nice version of poached eggs, spinach, asparagus and salmon. Now I think I'm going to put the salmon on next. I forgot to say that I had covered the toast with some of the mayonnaise and black pepper that I'd heated up. So I've now put the salmon through the middle and the spinach on each corner, and now we've got to get all this lovely asparagus and make it look a little bit more chefy. John will say, "Oh, you've been at your chefy bit again." Look at that. Lovely. Let's do John. He doesn't like the skin on his fish, so I have removed that. If you see, that's a bit droopy over each end. That's because there's no skin on the bottom, whereas I love my skin, and we're allowed to have that. There you go. And I've got 2 bits left now. I might just have to drape a bit round the side. I'm trying to dress the plate up a little bit, as it's not that special. Well, it is a special meal actually. Like that. Right, and now I'm going to drizzle some of this warm. Drizzle some of this warm. I think I should have put a little bit of water in there because that is a little thick, but it's a pretend hollandaise sauce. It is light mayo, and I've heated it up with a little bit of black pepper. I'm just going to drizzle. Me and my drizzle. I'm going to drizzle it over the top. So is that enough? I reckon I've had about 3 tablespoons, something like that. And it's 1 tablespoon because it's the lighter mayonnaise. So I don't think that looks that bad. Oh, now we've got to put the Parmesan, grate some Parmesan over the top. So there we are with the Parmesan cheese grated over the top. So it's probably only about 10 grams of Parmesan on there, and so that's not a healthy extra A, it's just a bit of one. But I'm really pleased with how that looks. Well, what do you think? Is that something that you would give a go? So it is a sin-free meal. No, it's not. What the sins are. The sins are just the mayo. And so I had 3 tablespoons, so 1.5 tablespoons each. So 1.5 sins. That is a really super meal. Da da da. So we're on the plate and ready to go. I forgot to say it has got a healthy extra B. This is wholemeal bread, and so I have got 50 grams, which is not quite a healthy extra B, but that's all I've had for today for my healthy extra B, so I'm absolutely fine. So I am really quite I'm really quite pleased with that. What do you think? So I just had to come back and let you know what that meal was like. It was really lovely. I was absolutely amazed. The warm mayonnaise made a huge amount of difference, and to be honest, I think it was as tasty as a hollandaise sauce. You know, it was just mayonnaise and black pepper, and it was beautiful. And the salmon and the asparagus and everything all together, even John loved it, and we were really full. Anyway, I'm now going to make a dessert, just a very quick dessert with some strawberry skyr. So in these little sundae glasses, I have put some of this. I've put some strawberry fat-free Arla Skyr. That is 1 sin per 85 grams and 5 sins for the whole pot. And so if we had the pot between us, I think that's only 2.5 sins, but we're not going to have a whole pot anyway. But I have put in there some little mini marshmallows, and they are these Morrison's ones. 20 of the little marshmallows are 1 sin. And so I put 10 in there. I've put the strawberry yoghurt underneath, and I'm now going to drizzle some chocolate. And this is my favourite Choc Shot, and this is just ordinary chocolate. And so I'm going to drizzle in there about a teaspoonful, like that. And then a teaspoon of raspberry. So this is a raspberry, strawberry and chocolate dessert. And this is a new one to me. I haven't had this before, but it's a raspberry syrup from Sweet Freedom, and it really is raspberry. And so on top of that, I'm going to put another load of yoghurt, and then I'm going to put a few more little, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 on the floor for the dogs, 10 for me, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for John. And then I'm going to repeat the drizzle. So that's the raspberry, and then the chocolate. Put some more strawberry yoghurt on the top of that. So that's the yoghurt on there. And then I'm just going to do another little drizzle on the top. Do the chocolate on the opposite way, just for a little bit of different effect. So there is my lovely strawberry, raspberry and chocolate dessert. Look at that. See if I can show you it up here. And it's got all that lovely luscious stuff in between it, and it's huge. I have actually used the whole of the pot of skyr, and so if I think about what sins I've got in this, it's still a healthy dessert. And so I have got in each one I've got 20 marshmallows, which is 1 sin, 3 teaspoons of chocolate and 3 teaspoons of syrup, and they are each 2 sins, so that's 2 for 5. And then the yoghurt was 2.5, and so that's, oops, we're just about to dribble. That is 7.5 sins for that really, really luscious dessert. Look at that.